got the good
Trident
stuff.
Z.
Tridents.
WD Black.
It's my favorite.
500 gigabytes.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It is literally my favorite, dude.
Your
My
gig
favorite.
drive, solid state drive.
SSD.
It's a fun little SSD.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is it fun? I definitely need better lighting up here. I need like key lights.
Bro, I'll help you.
No, I'm just gonna go get a key light tomorrow. Don't. I know what you're doing. I'm just gonna go get one tomorrow. Howdy! What up, Matthew? Kaylin, Zekai, what's going on, dude? Ricky, how you guys doing? And Rent Jack, what's poppin', you guys? How you doing? I've been building more motors today. It's been a good day. It's been a good... What day is it? Tuesday. It's been a solid Tuesday today. Kenji, what up, dude? Adam, favorite what? Favorite what? Favorite what? I don't remember. Matt and I were just talking, and I remember I said favorite. I don't remember what I said favorite what to. Gilberto, what up, dude? Austin, Ricky, what up? You see my comment on your last video. I haven't had too much time today to go through all the comments, so if I haven't responded, I probably haven't seen it yet. I'm going to be going through comments on that video right after this live stream. I've been up in the mod garage building in EJ for an 07 STI. Like, I just don't like how like not bright this is right here. I'm getting a key light tomorrow. That is priority number 1, is going to get a key light. But I've been building a, what is it, a stage 4 tough IAG block. It's got the fire locks on it, 1/2-inch head studs. It's awesome. You guys are going to get a video on that one on Friday. I'm super pumped for that one. What up, Kyle? What up going on? What up? What's going on, dude? Douglas, Elgato key lights is way worth it. I'm gonna go get one tomorrow, so that way I can fix this like not very brightness on my face. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that tomorrow. Hey Tanner, I'll soon be fully 6-speed swapped. Ooh, my 05 Forester XT. Should I pull the motor to make things any easier? If you're not doing anything to the motor, I mean, I wouldn't pull the motor. Typically, the only time I pull the motor whenever it's like drivetrain related is whenever I'm doing like a clutch flywheel job. It's just easier to pull the motor to get to the clutch than it is to drop the transmission. But if you're completely like swapping everything, Mini Panda, we're gonna get to your comment here shortly because I'm curious. But if you're just doing like a transmission swap kind of thing, just drop the trans, replace it that way. There's no need to pull the motor if you don't have to. Groove E finally decided on suspension for the Bug Eye OEM KYB struts, Swift lowering springs, and STI Group N top hats. Nice, very nice. Group N stuff is good, affordable, quality parts. I'm all about Group N stuff. Finally, we do. What up, Tanner? What up, Byron? How you doing, man? What's up, new to the Subi family? Well, welcome, Brennan. Welcome to the Subaru world. The world of Subarus, the world of, like, flat engines, and sometimes they just don't make sense. But, you know what? We enjoy them. Yo, Shelton, what up? Who's hiding around the corner?
I was trying to turn them off so I don't blind it.
Oh. All I can say is F the Bureau of Automotive Repair. Mini Panda, you've piqued my interest, and I'm curious. Please tell me why. New dollar menu item at Taco Bell is amazing. Beefy potato burrito, same sauce as Chipotle chicken melt. Oh, did you know that? We eat Taco Bell.
I didn't know that, but I love Taco Bell.
Neither do I. I had Taco Bell earlier. I need to get some now. I'm probably going to get some more later. Plumber, appreciate the dono, my friend. Welcome to the stream, man. Yo, brother, I wanted to ask. I seen a video of yours on oil. There's a couple of them out there. Any reason why you wouldn't run Royal Purple? The Royal Purple question, the infamous Royal Purple question comes up again. Personal experience. So I used Royal Purple one time in my 04 350. Was it an 04? I think it was an 04. My old 04 350Z. I ran that oil for about 1,500 miles, and I've never seen oil. Wow, dude, that makes like... I'm getting a key light tomorrow. I'm getting
it. That's 5%.
That's 5%. Go up to like, ooh. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna buy a key light tomorrow. You've talked me into it. You've talked me into buying a key light. But with the Royal Purple, so it coagulated. I've never seen Royal Purple coagulate before, but it came out chunky. So I swapped it. I think I ran Valvoline or something after that, and there goes the key light. So I think I ran Valvoline or something after that, and never had an issue of like coagulated oil again. It was just like super chunky bits of oil coming out like jello.
The same thing happened.
That happened to you?
I ran it in the SRT.
With Royal Purple?
Yeah, and
See, I'm not alone.
It got nasty, and like my spark plugs fouled the next day. Could have been coincidental, but I don't know. I never had that happen with anything else.
I will never use Royal Purple again after seeing how chunky. Dude, we don't need another one.
Bro, I got you.
Leave that one on like 5% then. I will never use Royal Purple again after that. Hey, how's it going? Super pumped for the knife. Butterfly, I'm going to try to get that out to you tomorrow. Butterfly is going to be turning one of my old rods that I have out in the garage into like a really cool knife. So looking forward to that. Butterfly, if you end up making a video on that, please let me know so that way I can go like take a peek at it. Also, Matthew, appreciate the dono, man. Hey, Tanner, what do you think is the safest way to run Stage 2 catless downpipe on an 18WX? 100% with external wastegate, just for, like, proper boost control. Now, yes, anything that is catless is going to be subject to boost creep. Anything catless is subject to boost creep that is still internally gated. The issue is the internal gate on the turbo just isn't capable of flowing enough exhaust out of it to fully like dump it all. So external wastegates do help mitigate that to the point where boost control is in line and you're not going to have boost creep. Now you're only going to really see boost creep as if you're at like 100% throttle, and in the wintertime you'll probably be a little bit more subject to it just because the air is a little bit denser, obviously. So if you want to do it properly, external wastegates. I know a lot of people are discontinuing them. I know Killer B did, but I think PLM still sells theirs. Sup, Tanner, do you have an official date for the Flat 6 of like when I want to get it, like when it's going to start? I have no idea, to be honest. A big part of it is budget, so I can only buy so many parts per month per paycheck, and that kind of limits, and we have time frame stuff that we have to meet. Like, actually, fabrication is the last big, like, time-consuming thing that we have to get through, but I think that's only going to be, like, a 2-week span. But my goal for the EG33 is to get it running by the end of summer. Now, I'm not saying running perfectly, but I'm saying we can, like, push the push-start button, and it'll start up. So that's the goal. The Hall Tech gets dropped off on Friday. So with the ECU coming in on Friday, I can start running some of the electrical stuff in the car that is ECU related. I got another shipment of OEM parts in today, which is like the thermostat. Thermostat came in, but that's not sensor. Like coolant temp sensor, that kind of stuff. So we're on the right track. We're on the right track, but I don't have like a designated date set. Yo, remember, Rishi, yeah, of course I remember you. Remember me when your streams get big enough that you won't be able to see my comments. Dude, I will do my best to be able to get through all comments always. What's boopin'? What's boopin'? All right, I'm down for it. Dope. I'm doing my timing belt right now. 05 Neon Raceport Stage 1 cam stage. Ooh, nice. It's interesting, like, after seeing Matt's Neon and working on Matt's Neon a little bit, trying to do anything on that car that's belt related just looks awful. Like, even just helping him install that engine into the engine bay of the Neon, not fun. Not fun. Matthew, also appreciate the dono, man. Here's two more parts and more videos. You're a goat. Hey, appreciate it, my man. Appreciate the compliment. And the dono, of course. It's been a great week. Spent hundreds on coils, plugs, O2 sensor, and miscellaneous parts to fix my misfiring. Ended up being the coupler on the turbo. Gotta love boost leaks. Hey, I mean, at least you found it. And at least you got like all new fancy fresh parts in there now that you won't have to change again for a long time. I have a 2019 STI. There's not many brake upgrade options. I don't want to pay $2,000 for stock brakes at the dealership. What would you recommend? Is there an option with Hawk? There probably is. I mean, I would go on like SubiSpeed. SubiSpeed is probably going to be the easiest one to find part numbers on. Now, I'm not saying buy the parts off of SubiSpeed, but go on SubiSpeed, use their filter option to see like what comes up. Take the part numbers for what is confirmed fitment. Do a Google on those and see what you can find for a better price, because I'm sure you can get them like cheaper somewhere else. I'm wondering if you was using a piano black stuff. Yeah, so, I mean, it's already all swapped over to piano black in the 17 STI. I did that a while ago, but yes, piano black, 100% for the win. Any news on the EPA issues that you've heard of at all? I want to make some power without getting a tuner in trouble. I mean, I haven't seen any updates come out. I have a feeling in the next like 6 months or so, it's really going to start to die back down and things might start to go back to normal. But honestly, only time will tell on that one. Ryan, tune question. Given the same tuner, are there reliability or other major differences between a Protune and an E-tune besides being able to see horsepower? Are there limitations to E-tunes? That's actually a really good question. So honestly, it depends on who the tuner is that you go through. but as you said, given the same tuner. Now, a dyno is going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot quicker because the tuner is obviously sitting in the car on a dyno, so he can do all the stuff that he needs to right there. In e-tune, you're the one in control of the car, going out doing what the tuner tells you to do. Reliability speaking, an e-tune can be just as reliable as a dyno tune, depending on obviously who the tuner is. If you're going like tuner to tuner, like same exact tuner, yeah, you're going to have a reliable tune. The major difference is that the car is strapped to a dyno, the tuner is in there, and you're paying for dyno time as well as the tune. With an e-tune, you're mainly just paying for their time and the revisions instead of actually paying dyno time and tune time. But yeah, 100% e-tunes can be just as reliable as a dyno tune can. Donk! Let's build a donk.
Let's do it.
A Subaru donk.
Like a Baja.
Like a Baja? A Baja?
A Baja.
I like Bajas.
Baja donk.
You should remind everyone that you accept license plates. I do. I definitely do. If you guys have any spare license plates laying around in your guys' garages, house storages that you guys just don't want, plan on throwing away, feel free to send them in. They all get hung up on the wall in the back, and it's kind of cool just to be able to see your life. I don't know. I think it's cool to be able to see your old license plate in the background.
The whole thing.
Yeah, people have been doing it since like the channel was at like I think 500 subscribers is when I got my first license plate to add to the wall. The vast majority of the ones up there are my old license plates, but I want to say that there's like 10 of them up there at this point that people have sent in.
There's a lot of like custom plates up there too.
There are a lot of custom ones. What there's like a Sia. There's a couple other ones up there. Detail. There's like a detail one too. Cool ones. There's cool ones up there. Yo, bro. What up, Jake? What up, man? Fox. What's pop? Fox. We got more computer parts, dude. I thought you might be excited. I'm excited about it. You might not be as excited. I'm excited about it. That way I can like actually build that thing soon because I'm excited to build that. 14 can we focus? Focus. Thank you. 14 WRX OTS Stage 1 plus feedback knock. 4.2 OK. Have a Crawford V3 AOS. Yeah, you're going to see up to negative 4.2 from time to time. I wouldn't sweat it. Unless you're seeing your damn drop and your feedback knock go crazy, I wouldn't really stress about it too much. Got the IAG AOS installed along with a DOM mod, and the STI is running amazing. Hey, glad to hear. Both solid mods. We did a V3 or V2. My old V2 AOS and Matt's Outback yesterday with the giant dong coming off of it. The competition series. Comp series.
That was fun.
Was it?
Yeah, that was super
You had a
fun.
blast. How important are torque specs when installing exhaust components? Tight is tight. That's how I look at like 95% of things though. Tight is tight. Like
tight enough to not leak.
And how finicky are they for exhaust leaks, specifically referring to downpipe to turbo and uppipe connectors? Get them as tight as you can. I mean, you don't have to like get like a giant 3-foot breaker bar and really like get on there. Typically, whenever I'm doing it, I'll get like a 3/8 ratchet with a 14 millimeter. Sometimes the one on the bottom of the turbo is probably the most annoying one to have to get to. Normally on that one, I'll just use like a normal like open box wrench 14 millimeter and just like crank on it and get it as tight as I can. But as for torque specs, I mean, for me, exhaust stuff, tight is tight. I mean, that's how I look at it. Tight is tight on exhaust stuff. Back to the fart noodles. Always the fart noodles, man. Yo, can I use the 85 with the proper setup? Yes. Already Protuned. If install front mount intercooler and bypass valve, do I need to get an e-tune or just take it to the shop for Protune? If you're already Protuned, take it back to the shop where you got Protuned last time. They already have the map, and they can just build upon that map instead of starting from scratch as if you were to go to like a new e-tuner. So 100%, just go back to the shop that you went to before. And
it normally costs less too.
Yeah,
a retune.
It's like a revision.
Yeah.
It's like a revision for a tune. Normally, I think they're like half the cost of like a brand new tune, roughly, depending on who the tuner is. Thanks for reminding me about Roger Clark Motorsports. Going to be grabbing their upgraded oil pump shortly. Hey, it's a good oil pump. I use their oil pump. I like their oil pump. It's a fancy oil pump. I've never had a serialized oil pump. I don't know why. I still love that for some reason. I don't know why. Any way to double check on whether an AOS is installed correctly? Reference the instructions. Like, that's honestly the best thing you can do is reference the instructions for hose routing to see where everything goes to make sure that's all like installed properly. Outside of that, I mean, you could watch, like, I have an install video on it, but, like, WRX ran, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correctly, you have a WRX, 15 plus WRX, but 100%, just reference the install instructions, that's what I would suggest. What e-tune would work with an EJ? Talk to an e-tuner, and they'll build you an e-tune. Hey, just watch the video. The lights work. Bro, I was so pumped about that. Matt raided my Lost Ark, pressed my brake pedal, and the brake lights came on.
Why does that sound so weird?
You did. You were like, I don't want to go in there, man. I feel like Indiana Jones. I was like, all the wires, the snakes. I was like, raid my Lost Ark.
I don't like snakes.
Dude, I'm so pumped that the lights work. And hey, I think I figured out why the blinkers won't work. I can't get the car to like actual accessory mode.
I thought they work now.
The hazards work.
Oh.
But the hazards will work whether the car's in accessory mode or not in accessory mode.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I have to somehow get the car into accessory mode, but I don't know how. So I need to read more wiring diagrams. So, I mean, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Fun.
What are your thoughts? Well, I have to do it anyways.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on buying salvage titled cars, specifically FA20WX from sites like Copart? If you don't mind putting in the time to fix them, I mean, you can get some pretty good deals depending on the damage that's done to the car. Just keep in mind, like, the more damaged, the more work it's going to be, and the more money it's going to be to repair it. But, I mean, you can get some pretty good deals on Copart. Tanner, need your opinion on alignment. I had an alignment done with my factory 18-inch STI wheels. They switched to a factory 19-inch setup. Do I need another alignment? I mean, no, because technically the suspension didn't get changed. Like, granted, the wheel itself got changed. You're adding an inch in diameter. There's probably a small tweak adjustment that you can make to the suspension to get it, like, a little bit more in line than it currently is. But for the most part, I personally wouldn't go out and get another alignment just based off of a slightly larger wheel size. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't see a need for it.
You haven't really changed geometry, so...
I have a friend that worked at both Moroso and Kent Racing for years. He's got a lot of time with bench flowing of oil filters, etc. Says Castrol Edge is one of the best off-the-shelf oils. Interesting. I did test Castrol Edge, and that was actually one of the better oils that I tested with Blackstone. Like, I got a good report back on that one.
I got a better report than the Motul.
Really? No.
I thought it did.
It was, I mean, I'd say the Motul was a little bit better, but the Castrol was, like, pretty good for, like, an AutoZone oil. Also, Christopher, appreciate the dono, man. Forget the blinkers. Just put a BMW badge on it. We could. I'm all down for it. Just do a blinker delete. Hey, Tanner, can electricians drive a WRX STI? Why not? Anyone can drive one. Why wouldn't an electrician be able to? It's like saying a doctor can't. A doctor can. Anyone can drive whatever they want. Definitely, 100%. Hey, just made it. What's good, everybody? What is going on, Omni? What is poppin', my man? Rishi, torque specs pre-turbo are important. For me, it's still tight as tight. Like, I just go tight as tight on exhaust stuff. Especially the header, tight as tight. I don't torque anything down unless it's, like, critical. That's a bad habit. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it, though. Connor, appreciate the dono, man. Did you add blinker fluid? I actually did. I topped off the blinker fluid with the BMW Special. What oils is everyone running here? I use Motul 5W40. Matt uses 300V. And then if anyone else wants to throw in what they're using, feel free. I made it! Just got home from work. Not same, technically. Technically same, I guess.
Hey, me too.
Same. I mean, side job, I guess you could call it. Charmin Super Mega Rolls was my ad on this stream. I like it. What kind of toilet paper do we have?
I don't know.
Do we have Charmin?
I don't know.
Charmin's nice.
I don't buy it.
Charmin's nice.
Honest.
Charmin's nice and soft. Yeah, I like how I was talking poo about the Mango Trulies in the last live stream, and now I have a Mango Truly.
Is it good?
It's actually not bad. It's mango lemonade this time. It was not bad. What up, bruh? Hello from Southeast Washington. What's northeast, southeast? Down there. What's down there? What cities are down there in the southeast? Can we, like, quit with the weird, like, focus, unfocus thing camera? I feel like it's trying to go from boop, 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 boop. I don't know. It's doing something.
It's trying to catch me.
Who's tuning it? I'm assuming you're referring to the 17 STI. Now, see, now focused on you. Now focused on me. It's focusing back and forth.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
All right, you go get your drink. Who's tuning? Right now, the only tuner that I've talked to try and tune the car is PRE, Eric down there. But I still haven't fully decided on a tuner quite yet. Also, Butterfly, Rotella T6 for the win. I used to use Rotella. I need to test Rotella also, so that is one of my oils that I still want to test. But appreciate the dono, my friend. Asa, Tanner, why are you keeping ABS? Because I would still like to retain it if possible, mainly because I don't want to have to redo all the brake lines in the car right now. If we want to delete ABS later, we can. I mean, deleting ABS and putting in like a Chase Bays setup, it would give more consistent brake pedal feel for when we're out at the track, which is probably something we'll do later on, but it's just not a huge priority right now. But, I mean, I'm definitely open to considering it. Chadathan? I think I got that one right. Appreciate the dono, man. German torque spec. Gutentite. I'm all about Gutentite. Willwood brakes. Willwood brakes are good brakes. Willwood brakes are on the neon out there. I have an 07 STI, and I want to clean my seats. They are dirty like your 05. What attachment did you use on the seat? I don't want to harm the material. So I just, what did I use? I went out to Target and I bought a Hoover shampooer. It was like $100 like shampooer, and it just worked awesome. It came with all the attachments you'll need. Definitely check out that one. Ben, I am planning on building an SRT4 powered 1986 Plymouth Reliant K sedan. Ooh, the 2.4 liter SRT turbo 4-cylinder 5-speed manual transmission with 490. Ooh, geez, that'll be fun. Haste Media making some awesome progress on the EG33. Thank you. My chat just jumped, so now I got to scroll back up to find that. Been an awesome adventure following you. I ended up trading my 15 STI for a 21. I know this is weird, but kind of nice to be back to be quiet. I totally don't blame you. Whenever I drive Melanie's and Perez around, sometimes it is nice having it being a little bit more quiet, but congrats on upping to the 21. It's weird to think that there's a 6-year difference between the 15 and the 21, and they're still like somewhat this 6 years and still somewhat the same. Time flies. It's crazy. Also, where did the name Smedia come from? That's a fair question. I've talked about it before. When I was in the Army, my platoon sergeant was from Ecuador. And he never called me Smith. He always called me Smee for some reason. Don't know why, but for some reason he did. And then when I initially started the YouTube channel, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. So I was like media. I want to do something media related. So I was like Smedia. Smedia. And that's how Smedia came about. Also, Connor, appreciate the dono, man. Have you thought about having a retailer or tuner do a live chat with you about the EPA? Maybe have their input on the issue. Maybe someone from Cobb. Cobb will not talk to me. Are you kidding me? Most manufacturers and vendors, there's a handful of them out there that don't like me, which I don't blame them. Like, I'm not going to sit here and glorify one company's all of their products. Like, some of their products absolutely suck, and some companies don't like me saying that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. If I could ever get someone from, like, a tuning aspect or, like, a manufacturer aspect to chime in, I would definitely totally be down to. It's just not a lot of manufacturers like me. What up, homie? Shout out to Small Dog. I don't know where he's at right now. I think he's running around. Hey, Matt. Matt?
Huh?
Doug says hi.
What's up, Doug?
There you go. Matt says hi.
What's up, Doug?
I keep getting fine knock clearing minus and plus when I get into boost. Should I be worried, or do you think is my tune? I have Cobb's intake and IEG air oil separator stage 1 plus. It depends on the values of what you're getting for knock. Typically up to -2.4, I'd say, is considered normal. Like, you'll see that probably on a day-to-day basis. Up to -4.2 every now and then isn't a big deal. Wouldn't worry about that one. You're going to see that every now and then also, so I wouldn't stress too much about that one. Chris, appreciate the dono, man. Love the content. Bought a Perrin recirculating blow-off valve for WRX. Yay or nay? Haven't installed yet. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Perrin products, but their bypass valve is pretty decent. It's a little bit bigger than I would personally like for a bypass valve. Typically, I stick with the Cobb XLE or the LF bypass valve now, I think is what they call it. Personal preference, but there's nothing wrong with the Perrin one. Also, Christopher, appreciate the dono, man. Here's 21st serving. Spent 2 years in Iraq myself as a 93 Bravo and FJBLM. I wish I would have been stationed at JBLM. I was stationed down at Fort Polk down in Louisiana. There's certain aspects of Louisiana that I miss. Like, there's some people down there that I miss. Obviously, there's some, like, certain parts of the area that I miss. Where did I go? I deployed to Afghanistan. I was in Afghanistan from 13 to 14, I think, over in Jalalabad. Beautiful, beautiful country. And the locals there are actually surprisingly, like, some of the nicest people I've ever met. Also, Army Guy, appreciate the dono, man. What's going on? Matt in Tanner. Got my Blausch Dominator 1.5. Hey, that's what Matt uses. Not installed yet, but build is progressing. Glad to hear. Matt, you like your 1.5, right?
I think it works well.
You think it works well?
I think it works well.
What does that mean?
For power levels, spool's really good.
It is. It sounds good, too.
Yeah.
It pulls hard.
Yeah.
It's a good turbo. It's a good turbo for the price.
I'd recommend.
Polk, yuck.
I would do it again.
Tell me about it. Polk. Fort Polk. I lived out in JRTC also. I was not a fan. I was a 15 Whiskey for anyone who's curious. It's UAS operations. I was a drone operator. I flew the Shadow. It was a little rotary aircraft. It was a one-rotor aircraft, and it spat oil everywhere. It was and we to launch it, we'd slingshot it. It goes on a giant.
Yeah, it goes on the giant thing.
It's big though. The big one. It was loud. Omni yells, "Matt!"
Alright!
Yo, Tanner, is the BRZ intake manifold worth it for the FAWX? I've heard it's around 25 to 30 wheel horsepower gain. Thoughts? I don't believe that. I personally don't believe that. I mean, I could see some gains being there, but I'm not saying 25 to 30. I mean, I'd probably see, I'd guess 5 to 10.
I think it looks good.
It does look good.
It looks good.
It looks, I mean, it looks...
We're talking about, like, the newer, like, red...
Yeah, the wrinkle red one.
It looks good.
I think the main thing is it just looks better. And it gives you the option for port injection if you really want to try to make that work.
Yeah.
My cousin was in Fort Polk for 6 years. He hated it so much. I don't blame him. Active duty myself, got my Huachuca badge also. Hey, I spent like a year in Huachuca. Yeah, Huachuca actually wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it at all.
Build a brat dog.
If I have an R400 NVIDIA catback, which downpipe would you recommend? Cobb, Grimspeed, Nameless Performance. I always forget Nameless Performance does Subaru stuff. They're good. They're local. They're in Washington. They make good stuff. They make real good stuff. Gilberto, appreciate the dono, my friend. Is the 2021 STI a great first manual car to own? I think so. It's a forgiving transmission also. Like, it's pretty forgiving. I'd say 100%. Yeah, a stock STI is pretty easy to drive if you're just getting into manuals. Build a brat donk. That'd be kind of fun. 69 viewers and 16 likes. Come on, people. Jamie coming in here, please send everyone up. If you haven't, why have like all not 107 people hit the like button yet? Come on, you guys. Come on. Does a parent 100% recirculating blow-off valve do the same thing as bypass valve? Yes, because it's recirculating 100% of everything. So it's
just tomato.
Yeah.
They use blow-off valve instead of bypass
valve. Companies like putting blow-off valve in there because it like placebos people to thinking that they might get the sound, but if it's 100% recirculating, you might get... I know HKS has a recirculating version where you still get the sound because you put a tube over the end that generates the sound, so it's a little dampened. Mm-hmm. But I mean, no, the Perrin one doesn't really make a lot of noise.
It's just different wording. It's like a diverter valve.
It is. Connor, I saw your old BRZ at TMG. Do you miss it? No. Surprisingly, no. We saw it I see that car all the time. Like, I'm up at the mod garage, either doing side work for them, picking up parts, picking up fluids or something like that. I see the BRZ all the time. Surprisingly enough, I don't actually miss the BRZ too mumuch. Plumber coming in here with the penis. What is it? It's Penn Island. Penn Island is that one. My plates on my STI read She 32 Double D. That's funny. That one's funny. Yay, computer parts. See, Fox is pumped for the computer parts. I just have to install OEM wiring harness, TGVs, and ECM. I have a 2004 WRX, although I have a JDM 2.5 liter engine swap. What's funny is that the inspector wasn't sure what he was looking at. LOL. It's weird. I find it like, if you're like a state inspector for cars, and you, especially in California where like the state ref people, do you have to know about aftermarket cars? Like, do you have to...
I feel like they don't know about anything.
I mean, I don't...
I mean, I could be wrong. That could be incredibly offensive to somebody, but...
I don't know. I don't know. Do they have to know a lot about cars? Or is it like a job where Betty down at Safeway could go apply and
I
get the
picture
job?
like Fast and the Furious, what's better, a Gallo 25 or a Gallo 30? I know pizza places made engines.
Pizza sounds good.
Don't bring it up.
You brought it up.
Don't bring it up.
Technically, you brought it up. I want to get a part out as a plate. That would be cool. That'd be kind of a cool plate. My O2 Bug Eye has a clunking sound in the rear after hitting bumps. It isn't coming from the trunk nor the coilover. What else could it be? Check your sway bar. Check your sway bar. I would check sway bar.
Sway bar bushings for sure.
100%.
Or end links.
Ooh, or end links. That could be a good one. Broken end link. Mr. the Bandit. Appreciate the dono, man. Any thoughts on a small block Chevy STI? That'd be cool, but it would be difficult. I feel like you'd have to modify the firewall with a small block Chevy, putting it into it.
I've seen an LS and an Outback.
I've seen an LS in STIs before, and a WRX, and I know one of them they did move the firewall back to accommodate the engine. I don't
Yeah,
know.
otherwise you got the whole thing sticking
Yeah,
out.
I know there's a lot of firewall modification that you have to do. Someone did the RB26. That's a long motor,
like-
though.
yeah.
That's a long engine. I've seen 2Js, long engine also. Any inline 6 is a long
Because
engine.
Billetworks has a...
Yeah, he has the RB26 one. There's
yeah.
some dude, I don't actually know his name. He's on like all of the Facebook groups that I come across. He has two 2JZ swapped hatchbacks. Not one, but two. And one of them is all-wheel drive, one of them is rear-wheel drive.
Adam Whitaker.
Is that his name?
No, Adam Whitaker
Oh.
has the GC8 with the 2J.
Well, see, everyone's... Oh, I know that. That was a stupid fast one, though. That's like pointless to drive because you can't even do anything with it.
Yeah.
Build a Dodge Aries K on 26-inch donks. What's with the donks tonight? There's a 92 SVX nearby for sale for $1,000. Want a spare block? I don't need the spare block, but Fox, game plan for you, man. Go buy the SVX. If it's like... Here, all right, okay. Go get the SVX. If it's in like about to die condition, pull that EG33 out of there. Put it in the Beetle. Put it in the Beetle.
Yeah.
Put it in the Beetle.
Yeah.
Put it in the Beetle. Oh, also, this is something Matt and I were talking about, and I'm going to get your guys' input. Should Matt do an EZ30 in Chewy? A flat 6. A 3-liter flat 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just...
No,
leave.
come on. We were talking about this.
Everyone's going to say yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let me at least defend the topic. Should I do that, or should I just stick with? Okay, it doesn't even matter. Everybody's gonna be like, no.
No. You want to defend.
fucking
You want to defend the topic of potentially sticking with a 4-cylinder because
the car is going to basically become a dedicated track car. So I want the even weight distribution. It's a wagon. It adds a little bit to the.
Bro,
back,
the
so it already
EZ30
kinda
doesn't
helps a
weigh
little.
much more.
But
It's
then
the
I wind
same
up- Then I
length.
wind up trying to fit everything into a smaller.
Bro, it's the
space.
same length.
Then it's more money because I've already got half of it done.
I disagree.
I could just throw heads on that and make like 6.
Or you could put a flat 6 in it and make like 1,000.
Yeah, but then.
Huh, there's one. Do it. EZ30.
Yeah, you guys are all gonna. Yeah, you're just gonna troll me now and say do it.
Connor, appreciate the
I'm gonna
donut.
get everybody on here is saying do it.
It's not a bad thing.
Fine, we're doing it.
We want to see you succeed.
We'll do it, but we'll make it Chewy V4.
All right, fine. One day. It's a
Well,
one day.
then
thing.
we don't have the pun, so we have to make it Chewy 3.0.
See.
God
Then it'd be. Oh, then you could get a license plate that says Chewy 3.0.
That'd be dope.
There's so many good
I
things.
think that's too many letters, though.
Connor, appreciate the donut, man. Does your fabricator seam weld a chassis? Does he? He probably can.
He can do.
He can do anything. He's a magician.
I know from experience he's very good at what he does, and he says he can do whatever you want.
That man is a magician. Also, Plumber,
Yes.
appreciate the dono. Matt is the man.
Thanks, dude. I am a man.
He is a man. Let's hear some more about the IAG build you're doing at the Mod Garage. That's Friday's video. You guys will see that one Friday. It's a cool block. What was it? Stage 4, IAG, Extreme Tough, Fire Rings, IAG. The IAG oil pan, I've never seen an IAG oil pan until today.
They're nice.
I don't think I'll ever buy one.
No?
I don't like them.
Apparently they're not nice.
I don't-
They look nice in photos.
They look really nice, but installing it, I mean, obviously installing it's the exact same as the Killer Bee. It has a ton more baffling in it, which I do like, but the thing I don't like is...
Did he get the one that's the competition with the rubber, like...
No rubber
Flaps?
guys, no rubber flaps. No, just the standard, like, windage tray.
Yeah.
But the oil pan itself, I'm not a fan of the oil pan. It uses a gasket. So I put the gasket on there and did a seal around it because I'm like, I really don't want this thing to leak because A, it's not my car. B,
Like it uses, like, what kind of... Like,
it
came
uses
with a gasket?
Yeah, it uses it has a milled out portion in the oil pan where you put this gasket.
Is it, like, just...
It's a very
like, large O-ring thing?
yeah, essentially.
Oh, that seems cool.
But you run it.
I don't know. It seems cool.
You run it. It's a.
IAG thinks of a lot of things.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
It might be better.
I agree. I've just never done it before. It's new.
I mean,
to
I
me.
think everything that doesn't get too hot should just have an O-ring gasket.
O-rings for everything. O-ring the world. Rishi, appreciate the dono, man. But yeah, you guys will see that video on Friday of building that one. We ran into some hiccups. Well, kind of. Matt, we want
wasn't
the
there.
EZ33.
What is that?
Bore
You
out.
want me to...
Bore in
you want me to
EZ30.
stroke
Stroke it!
I'm not going to stroke it on camera.
Stroke it!
That's what OnlyFans is for.
Stroke it. Why? What? Adam, what's going on, man? He really told me to remove the boost gauge as well. LOL SMH. That's with the 04WX. Oh, that was with the inspector one. What up, Tanner? Any New updates with the EPA. None that I have heard yet, but I will keep you guys in the loop with anything that I find out. What was your day job before making YouTube your full-time gig? Before YouTube, I was a product manager for a biochemical engineering company. So we made cleaning products out of like remediation products for gas stations and fuel. So we did like concrete cleaners, like all-purpose cleaners, polishes, whole bunch of stuff like that. So it was my job to manage product life cycle on all of these products. So I mean, it was cool, but like a 9 to 5 cubicle job, I was losing my mind every day, and it would get to the point where on like Sundays I'd be like, fuck, I do not want to go to work tomorrow. I do not enjoy my job. I did not like my boss at all. Just didn't. Nope, wasn't my thing.
It's a tough spot to be in.
Dude, it's like going, like living your life, going to like somewhere that you absolutely hate going every single day. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it. You know how many times I got talked to because I'd leave early every day? Every day. He was like, I remember he like pulled me into the lab and I was doing like an experiment or something. I think I was doing like a CFU count on like a culture that we had made. And he came in because I used to leave at like 4 every day. Mm-hmm. And I was salary, and I'd come in at 8, and we'd take like a 2-hour lunch every day. This went on for months.
Oh, must be nice.
This went on for months. I hated that job, dude. I hated it with a passion. I don't believe anyone should like stay in a job that they absolutely hate and they stress going to every single day. I mean, I think there's a calling for everyone out there. You just got to find it and do it. Do what you guys enjoy. Like sometimes it's like scary to take the leap sometimes, but glad I did. Where did I just go? I only recently watched your video explaining about why you shouldn't use a blow-off valve over a bypass valve. I changed my O2 back to the bypass valve, and it cleared up all the knock and find. Knock learn! I'm glad I saw it. Hey, I'm glad that video helped, my friend. Also, Connor, appreciate the dono, man. Rotary swap, Chewy. That's a small engine, man. That's like this big.
We could put a turbo bigger than my head.
You could put a bit turbo bigger than the engine.
We could do like a 5 rotor.
Oh, we could do a 10 rotor. Hit up Rob Dunn. Someone hit up Rob Dunn. That guy knows rotaries.
There's a BMW that has like a 12 rotor in it. It sounds absurd. It's dope. I'd say look it up, but...
Oh, no, he's going to rant. Omni, I'm not going to rant. I'm not getting any rants tonight, man. Maybe. I don't know. It's never too late for a good rant. Hi, I'm looking for a WRX. I don't know much about Subarus. What should I look for? I've got an entire video dedicated to that one. I would definitely go check that one out. If you have any questions, drop a comment in that one. I will 100% get back to you in it. Go check out that video, though. What do I know about iWire? What do I know about iWire? I know iWire wouldn't help me with my EG33 swap. I'm just joking. iWire is an awesome company. They make a lot of really good wiring products for Subarus. They make a lot of replacement connectors. They make a lot of plug-and-play harnesses. I wish they'd make a plug-and-play harness for the 2.5 liter, but for some reason they only do it for the 2 liter. But aside from that, I mean, yeah, iWire makes a lot of good stuff. My friend put E15 in his stock 08 Impreza. I mean, that's fine. I don't see an issue with that one. I mean, most gas stations will have up to E10 in the fuel anyways, up to 10% ethanol. So, I mean, E15, I wouldn't be worried too much about that one. Ben, we talked about that already. If I occasionally track my 19 STI, is a Killer Bee oil pan necessary? Already have the pickup and baffle. It's not necessary, but it never hurts to have the little extra capacity of fuel in there. Or fuel. Don't put fuel in your oil. Earl. It's definitely not a bad idea. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's not 100% needed. But if you ever find yourself in the situation where you have the oil pan off again, I would highly suggest getting the Killer Bee one. Or the IAG one if you want to put the gasket in there.
Just don't get the Moroso one.
And Matt has the Moroso one. Apparently Matt doesn't like the Moroso one.
It doesn't fit anything.
Ooh, Plumber, appreciate the dono, man. I'm making some chalky milk.
Send me it.
Send you it? What do you mean?
Let me get some.
Why do you want it?
I like chalky milk.
Oh, God. Hey, big question. I have a 2013 STI and my front brakes are clunking on low speeds and low foot pressure. What do you think it is? Or check the caliper. Make sure the caliper is all the way bolted down. I've had that happen before, and I didn't tighten down one of the caliper bolts 100% of the way. So every time I'd go to actually like hit the brakes, the whole caliper would be like clunk, clunk, clunk. I mean, even if you haven't touched the brakes in a while, it's possible that bolt just could have started backing out. That would be the first thing I'd check on that one. Is it possible to find a good WRX for 10 Gs? Yes. Somewhere. I don't know where, but typically
You just basically gotta look.
you got to keep looking. You got to keep an eye out for it. It is possible to find a good WRX for 10 grand. You're probably looking at 09 and under WRXs, depending on mileage. I don't think you'll find a single clean title 11 plus WRX for under 10 grand. I think the cheapest those ones are going for right now is maybe 13 ish.
Oh, I want a new car.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? So
You ever just get bored sitting in the same thing every day?
Well, no. If I get bored,
My other issue is I don't know if everyone else has this issue. I'll just ask something to everybody on here. Do you guys grow overly attached to your cars to the point where like maybe you shouldn't keep them, but you just do because you love them so much?
Only with the 17 STI, and that's for like that's because that's.
Well, I know you used to like revolving door.
Like, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Like I've only sold one of my cars. The other two I no longer have died the way of old Yeller.
I think for the right price,
I
I think I'd sell the 05.
Yeah.
The 17 I wouldn't sell. Like I don't even think that car's sellable. But even if somebody even if somebody made an offer on the 17 STI, I don't think I'd sell that one.
You go into a dealership, they're like, I don't even know how to rate this.
Like, what do I... They pull up, like, the Kelly Blue Book, and it's like, it says it comes with a flat 4. They look at it...
We'll give you somewhere between, like, $750 and, like, $40,000. We don't know.
Yes, I bought my 2020 WRX for $20K, and I bet you can find an older WRX for under 10. 100%. Guys, I'm still waiting on the Tail of the Dragon trip. Charlie, one day. Not today, not tomorrow. One day. I get bored with them because I don't have any money to mod them yet. Fox, do what I do. Sell a kidney. Don't do that. I'm joking. I have both of my kidneys. So I don't sell my organs yet. What's the right price to sell the 05? I don't know. They're getting hard to find.
You messed up.
I know. I did mess up. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you messed up.
I shouldn't have said that. I never traded a drivable car. I don't know. I don't know what the right price would be on the 05, but if somebody like threw an offer out one day, if I'm like out driving around or something like that, they'd be like, hey, would you sell that car for like X amount? I'd be like, ooh. Ooh. To put like a frame of reference around it, when I took the 17 STI to the Toyota dealership to see what they'd offer me on a Supra trade-in, they offered me almost $40,000 on the 17 STI with 30
on a new Supra.
On a new Supra, they offered me just under $40,000 with the modded STI as it was when it was on bags, the big APR wing before it was wrapped, everything like that. At like 40,000 on that car, I was like, oh, it's tempting. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
I remember that day too because
there was that Supra paper.
I seriously thought you were coming home with a Supra, and I was so mad.
Why?
Because I really wanted a Supra, and I was like, I can't just make this bad financial decision.
Bring it to CarMax. CarMax wouldn't know what to do with the 17 STI if I brought it there.
CarMax just fucks everything.
I wouldn't. Nope, they wouldn't. They'd have no idea. Too late. I'm already auctioned a kidney off. Fox lost a kidney. It's gone. It's gone. Building a PC. I just snagged a 3060 GPU. I need to snag a GPU still. I still need to snag a motherboard. I still need to snag a lot. What do you think about the boost creep with catless downpipes plus Grimp Speed boost controller? You're still gonna have boost creep. It's a fact. Like I touched on this earlier on the stream. The whole issue with boost creep is it's a mechanical issue of the internal wastegate. The diameter of the hole for the internal wastegate is not big enough to fully and effectively get all the exhaust out of it. So that exhaust has to go somewhere. It goes back through, spins the turbine a little bit faster, and then you get like a spike in boost. It's possible that your AFRs are going to lean out a little bit. The only way to mitigate boost creep entirely is an external wastegate. Boost creep is going to be a lot more apparent in the wintertime, and it's only going to really happen when you're around like 80% to 100% throttle. Just keep that in mind. But even with you could have a 4-port boost controller, and still you'd probably be a little bit better with a 4-port. But you'd still be subject to it. It's a mechanical issue, not a tuning issue. Have you ever seen an ETS road-hitted kit with the AMS intake mani on a GD model? Worried about them touching? I personally haven't. Have you? You look at AMS manifolds. You like AMS. AMS manifold with ETS rotated on a GD.
Yes. No, I have.
You have seen it and it cleared?
Yeah.
Worked?
Yeah.
Oh, worked. Apparently Matt says it worked.
The way that they designed that has a decent amount of room around pretty much everywhere, so I don't think you're going to have a problem with it.
Hey, I have an extra 3080 Evga. Trade for car help for a year. I don't. Is that a good one? A 3080?
Yeah.
Is that good? I don't know. I don't know anything about computers.
Yeah.
I rely on Fox and
3080
Damo
is like
for everything.
A 3080 is like the tippity top, and then a 3090 is like the fucking unicorn.
I literally rely on Fox and Damo for anything computer related.
Yeah. I used to go to PAX a lot and have problems. And
Who would you use for an e-tuner for an EJ? If you're looking, I mean, Bill Delicious Tuning, he's pretty good. If I was to get another e-tune, I would actually probably go through Delicious Tuning again. That dude like got it done so quick. Got a question: is it worth it to buy a 2021 STI or wait for the next gen? I mean, that really depends on what you're going to be doing with the car, what your budget is, what you want out of the car. Keep in mind that the new gen will probably have some bugs within the first, 6 months to a year that Subaru's going to have to work out. So if you really want one that's the next gen, I would wait till it's a 2023.
dude, we're so far away because he rated the Lost Ark.
I was laughing so hard at the Indiana Jones reference. He rated your Lost Ark. Dude, you went into my Lost Ark.
I was scared.
You literally.
There's a lot of snakes in there.
You literally went in there. BRZ or STI to purchase to mod. I mean, I sold my BRZ for an STI and I modded both of them, so I'm gonna say STI. If it's a daily driver, I'm gonna say STI because you get a little bit more room and a little bit more space out of it.
Yeah, I'll say STI because I'm claustrophobic.
Did you not like being in the BRZ?
No, it made me. Well, I mean,
It
doesn't help that we sent it over.
The time I sent it over a curve backwards.
This is so fun. Let's go to the store. Oh dear God, we're gonna die.
I still have that video somewhere. When will you be getting all the suspension mods done on the black STI? And do you think the chassis bracing is worth it? I 100% think chassis bracing is worth it. It makes a difference in. It makes a difference in how the car... Draper just randomly barking. Makes a difference in how the car responds. When am I going to get to the rest of the suspension mods? Probably when... The next round of mods that's going to be going on with the 05 STI is going to be when the 17 STI goes off to fabrication. Just because I need to fill that gap of time while it's at fabrication. I'm going to be recording fabrication stuff, but I'm not going to be down there every single... Actually, I might be down there every single day. I don't know. It's coming in the future. The blinkers don't work because you need the blinker. I know, I need the blinker fluid. Don't forget to throw a like on the GOAT stream and turn on the... See, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing. What do you think about... We talked about boost creep. A lot of boost creep stuff. Is this...
Are we back up in the chat or...
Okay, no, we touched on boost creep already. I think I might be running VR1 in the EZ36. Ooh, VR1's good. I heard good things about VR1. Just joined the upper room. Long time no live stream. Welcome back, Walt. What's going on, my man? Should put a 4-speed in my small block S10. I mean, I've never driven a 4-speed, so I don't feel like I can give an accurate answer on that one.
Neither have I.
I've never used a 4-speed. Connor, appreciate the dono, man. Get the MSI X570 Tomahawk motherboard. What do I don't know.
Oh, yes, the Tomahawk.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Is that?
MSI is good.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Microstar International.
Anyone know what full turbo kits are best for the BRZ? All right, I'm going to be honest here. I really, really liked the MA Performance turbo kit that I had for the BRZ. What I didn't like was the customer service.
Yeah.
The customer service was the awful part.
It took an ungodly long time to get it.
It took 5 months.
But it fit great.
It did. Everything fit perfect.
I mean, that got taken off and put on 5 times in one day.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking, depending on what turbo setup you're looking for, I know there's a couple different ones out there. Really, I would shop around for what meets your budget. What is the other one? Full blown race, full blown motorsports makes a really good one as well. I would just shop around, see what your budget is, see how much power you want to make, and then just kind of commingle there. Electrician here, believe me, it's an asset when I drive a Subaru. I'm all about it. See, anyone can drive a Subaru. Watch your Castrol GTX oil analysis video. Noticed it's a synthetic blend. Do you recommend that or full synthetic? Honestly, I mean, I was just fine with the synthetic blend. I didn't have any issues with it at all. Then again, I run full synthetic now, so I guess I can't really... Honestly, go either one, whatever one you prefer. Small dog, would you like me to open the door for you? He's like, I want out. Quitted Northern Ultra... What? Eric, what? Oh my gosh, chat! Why you do this? Why did the chat? I hate when the chat jumps. Chat jumps. Where did I just go? Why? There it is. Would it be worth it? We talked about that one. Kennewick, Pasco, Richland is where I'm from. Ooh. Have you thought about collabing with Batter? Batter and I have talked about it. We might be doing something together next month. It would be kind of cool if we did. Are you familiar with Drift Office? Why'd you got to bring up Drift Office? I don't like Drift Office. I'm not a huge fan of Drift Office, personally speaking. Just the way that the owner spoke with me, I'm just not about it. As soon as like we had our conversation, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else. It's just not my cup of tea. AVO kits are also really good kits. I will say that, like, AVO turbo kits are Gucci. They're awesome, good turbo kits. But yeah, I mean, I'd get an E-Tune personally. I did get an E-Tune. I was like extremely happy with my E-Tune.
I held in a lot just now.
It's all right.
You're welcome.
It's all right. It's all right, man. It's all right. I've tried back to the toilet paper, but it's always that quilted northern.
How far? We're halfway through the chat.
What kind of toilet paper do we
You
have?
want to do the let's get through 10 in like 20 seconds?
No.
Blast through it?
No, we're not lightning rounding right now.
Okay.
Would it make sense that my car runs better with a blow-off valve recirculated? I mean, it really all depends on what your tune is, to be honest. Had a blow-off valve when I got it. Hose was disconnected, and I was in limp mode running good. Now, after I reconnected it, no more stew. I mean, honestly, you don't... Blow-off valves are... They work fine when the car's properly tuned for it. Running a blow-off valve in an OTS tune, it's just not going to work well for you. If you are pro-tuned and you go and you're like, hey, I want to put this blow-off valve on there, some tuners are probably going to say, hey, it's not needed. I wouldn't suggest it. You're not going to get maximum performance as you would see with like a bypass valve with the setup that you're running. If you really want a blow-off valve, get an E-tune, get a pro-tune to accommodate for it. Caught part of the stream. Woot! Good listening to you on breaks. What's going on, David? How you doing, man? Talked about that one. Hey man, 20WX, I'm looking to replace headlights, fog lights with LEDs. Any suggestions? Thanks. Honestly, I actually liked my Subi Speed headlights when I had them. They were pretty bright. They looked good. I think I got them for a reasonable price because they weren't the fancy sequential ones, but I mean, either way, they were still good. As for fog lights, I personally like the Morimoto XB LED fog lights. That's what I have on the 17 STI, and they're like solid. I have a P0017 on my 2018 WRX. What should I do? Well, what is a P0017? Because I don't know codes off the back of my hand. Do you? What is this? Before you look. OBD2 generic code indicating that the crankshaft and camshaft position sensor for bank 1 exhaust camshaft do not correlate signals with each other. If it's an FA20, it's a timing chain. I would check the sensor itself. Maybe the sensor's bad. There's no way that the timing chain on a 2018...
Chain probably didn't jump. That could be an issue with like oil control valves. Or your oil switching valve.
But it says that they're not communicating. They do not correlate with each other.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a timing advance or a timing retard
issue. I mean, you could try pulling the oil control valve and cleaning it with a little bit of brake cleaner, parts cleaner, and then shoving it back in there.
You could have extra carbon, too.
That's also true.
So
how many miles are on it?
Cleaning.
How many miles are on it? That's the big question here. What do you think about the Faction Fab brake pads and rotors for a 19 STI? I've never seen them, so I cannot speak on them, unfortunately. Are you worried that the flat six will cause more understeer? No, because we are going to do some suspension, wizardry, and magic to try to accommodate for that. We're going to try to corner balance the car also. Like, I want to try to get that car, like... Have you ever wanted to, like, perfectly build a car?
Always.
That's what I want to do with the 17.
Always. Why do you think I want to get a stringline kit and
perfectly
all
build
that?
the car?
Just spend way too much money on random stuff
That's
I don't
all right. That's all right. Yeah. We have a lot of tools like that in the garage that we've used once and probably...
Isn't it weird to think about spending a lot of money on things that aren't actually for the car, but are for the car?
I mean, they're for multiple cars, but yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, do it.
We're going to do it tomorrow.
Do it. What?
We're going to get a whole bunch of stuff coming.
There was something
I'm going to help us out tomorrow.
There was something I was supposed to buy tonight when I got home, but I don't remember what it was. It was something for the garage, but I don't remember. I said it when I was up in the mod garage today. I was like, I need to get this. Connor, appreciate the dono, man. Go rotated for blow-off valve sounds. 100%. Connor knows what's up on that one.
Oh, to revisit whatever you answered previously about the
Faction Fab brake pads?
No, it was a couple ago. The blow-off valve, bypass valve.
Oh, yeah?
Issue. Where he's saying he connected it back up. For a blow-off valve, you need speed density.
I mean, it's not...
unless you're running a stiffer spring, the speed density is going to make it to where when you dump all that extra boost, it doesn't kill the car. So you're going to run like crap on MAF.
Well, even with MAF and a blow-off valve, as long as it has a Protune and the ECU knows what's going on with that air, for the most part, it'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll work okay, but it's not going to be perfectly efficient.
Yeah, I mean the major thing that causes issues that I see when like cars die, stall out, this whatnot, they put like a stage 2 OTS tune on there with like an HKS SSQV, drive the car, they pull up to a red light, the car dies. A, the blow-off valve's probably leaking. B, the MAF has no idea where that metered air just went. So it's like, what is happening? And it just like pooped the bed right there. Ostian STI, appreciate the dono, man. Easy way to turbo flutter 15 plus STI. Love the stew. Get a block off plate and just block off, delete the bypass valve, delete the blow off valve. Get a tune. It's the easiest way. I mean, you're gonna get
all the stew too.
You're literally going to get it all. Is a 1999 WX Impreza GC8 Turbo a collector's car? I personally don't think so. Some people might argue and some people might think so. I personally just don't think so. 5 years in Norfolk, Virginia. I don't miss that place. I don't blame you. Polk, yucky. Yep, not a fan. Polk. What turbo am I going with on the EG33? It is a Precision 6870, 0.84 AR. That's area over radius. It's a T4 divided flange, V-band, 3-inch outlet, and I think it's a 3.5-inch inlet. I believe. It's a very efficient turbo. Active duty myself. Appreciate your service, Chris. Finally catching you at a decent time. How are you and Matt? I'm doing good. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, oddly enough, what do we think about the new Supras? We were just talking about that. I like them. I wouldn't mind having one.
I would say contrary to what everyone else is saying, I think it's great.
I like it. I mean, I don't mind that it's a BMW and a Toyota dress.
I think they still made it look...
I think it looks good.
It looks like the Super Session to the previous
Mark IV.
gen.
My only gripe is I wish that they would have done a manual option.
Yeah.
Just to have both. Like,
I'm pretty sure they are though.
Like
they have plans to.
From what I saw, they were planning on only doing the manual option in the 2-liter Supra. From what I saw, I don't know how.
What?
I don't know.
Stop it!
I don't know
Why?
how accurate. I don't know. I'm not
That's
Toyota.
gross.
I didn't make these rules. All right.
That's gross. Toyota, you're gross.
Whoa. No.
Sometimes.
No.
I'll stand by it. You're being gross right now.
I've killed 2 EJ 25s on 129 on the Dragon. 129 the Dragon help. Make sure you have the proper reliability mods and the proper tune. I mean, that's a very vague question right there.
Are we talking about like Tail of the Dragon?
I assume that's why I'm saying it's a very vague question.
Because that's dope.
I know. What?
I mean, that's dope.
Him blowing up 2 motors?
It's not dope that you did that, but it's dope that you get to drive on the Dragon. Like, 2 thumbs up.
I wish we had that. Also, OC and SC, I appreciate the other dono. Is it safe for power shooting for 500 horsepower? If you're shooting for 500 horsepower and you want the stews, get a big turbo with a really stiff spring in your blow-off valve, because at that point you're probably going to be on speed density anyways. Is it safe for power shooting for 500 horsepower?
Go up.
That was when I told him to put the block-off plate and delete the blow-off valve.
Yeah, it's totally safe.
Yeah, you're going to be on speed density.
Today's turbos really don't have a huge issue with that.
Yeah, you're going to be on speed density anyway, so it's going to be reading everything. It's going to be reading from the manifold and not the math. Speed density is this weird, it's this crazy long like calculation mathematical thing that it uses for like volumetric efficiency based off of manifold. There's long mathematical stuff. Adam, cheers guys. Cheers to you, Adam. 100 people in here and 24 thumbs up. Smash that like button for the doggo. Look at that. Eric coming in here, please people up right now. Oh, yo, Subaru, what's going on, man? 10th Mountain. Fort Drum was my duty station, and Gosnia, Matarlam, I think I got that one, and somewhere else that I can't pronounce. I was 10th Mountain. I was 4th grade 10th Mountain. Look, funny, I surprisingly have like a couple of my old like focus. Can we focus on me right now? Jesus. I actually have like a couple of my old 10th Mountain things right here. Climb to Glory. Yay, I don't know why I cut these. I don't know where you're good. Question, looking at getting a GC and dropping a built EJ 257. What is a realistic, reliable horsepower I could get out of it? That's a very vague question.
Depends on what's done in the EJ 257.
That was going to be where I was going next. It's a built EJ 257. I mean, it really depends on what your definition of built is for it. I mean, you could build it to be like crazy, crazy strong closed deck half-inch head studs, CP pistons, manly rods, a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, it's really going to come down to the rating of what everything is rated to, and for however much horsepower you're pushing. Just keep in mind that closed deck built engines like that are not made to last 100,000+ miles like an OEM engine is. Like, they're made to like hold power for, I don't know, what would you rate a built engine at? Like, average 30 to 40, 30 to 50,000 miles.
It's
it
impossible.
ranges.
It depends on what it's making. It depends on how built it is. It depends.
There's
on
a lot of
bunch
factors and a lot of variables.
But they're not going to hold up as well as stock because they do have the piston clap when they're cold, and just not the best.
No, it's not. This is why I'm selling it. Clutch went out of 7,000 miles. A brand new 2022 STI. What? How? How did your clutch go out after 7,000 miles? Are you like launching
Brand
it?
new 2022.
Are we launching it over there? Yo, what up? What up, my friend? Hey, Tanner, have you ever had a tuner F you over? Kind of just ran into that situation. His flasher he sent me won't flash my file, and he refuses to answer phone calls. His email inbox is now full. No, because, well, personally, no, I haven't. Whenever I go to a tuner, I do like a tuner screening. Do you do a tuner screening if you're going to a new tuner?
I haven't gone to a new tuner. I'm very
I'm the same. Like, I'm very picky with
I'm
who I go to.
self-invested in my tuner. Yeah, my tuner is actually like a good friend of mine.
Same.
From a long, long time ago. So
yeah. See,
I'm happy he became a tuner, and I stick with him.
Yeah. See, I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why I always go to Surgeline Tuning, and there's a reason why I always have Chris tune my cars. Like, you have Eric at PRE who tunes all your cars. I have Chris at Surgeline who tunes EJs, I should say, because Eric's going to be tuning my EG.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why I go to Chris at Surgeline. Like, he is a tuner that I have found who knows his ish. He is, like, on top of it. He knows how to tune cars reliably and to pull some power out of them so that way you can have fun with them. He's upfront with you about everything. He will answer any question that you have. He's always open to... I mean, I could email him right now. He'd probably email me back tomorrow if I had a question or like gave him an update or something. But personally, I haven't had that happen. I'm always like super strict with tuners. If I'm going to like talk to a new tuner, like when I first talked to Bill at Delicious Tuning, I was a little... A, I read a ton of reviews on Delicious Tuning before I committed to doing anything. B, I called them and talked to someone there who could answer my questions, because if a shop or a tuner isn't willing to answer my questions before I'm about to have them tune the car, I'm not gonna have them tune the car. Like, if you're not willing to answer these basic questions or like go over the rundown with me for what I want, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'll go find someone else who's gonna spend the time, which is one of the reasons why I have not gone back to certain shops.
Yeah, tuning is an art form, and if you're not passionate about it, I don't want to be passionate about you.
Oh, okay. That got weird. What is a popular Cobb part that you think sucks? Their turbo blanket and their turbo inlet. Both are trash. And I'm going to say it. And this is probably going to upset people. Their red line intake. I'm going to say, I think that thing... I said it. Their red line intake. I think that thing is way overpriced for what it actually is.
Yeah.
How much more horsepower are you getting from the red line intake over the Cobb SF? Maybe 5?
Well, and if I'm going for power like that, I'm just gonna do custom anyways.
Exactly. That's why I think it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like a $500, $600 intake. I'm not spending $600 on an intake.
It's like the Honda carbon.
I'm just not doing it.
Whale dick.
I would rather spend $600 on some like stupid rare crazy JDM part. I'd rather spend $600 on an ARC oil cap. Yeah, I went there. Also, Ostian STI, appreciate the dono, man. Best speed density kit, 100% Visconti tuning. That's what I run. That's what Matt runs. That's what pretty much everybody runs. Comes with the IAT sensor. Comes with like a plug and play wiring harness.
It is legit plug and play.
It is stupid easy.
Then you.
Yep. All that. I have one in the 05 STI. Matt has one in his 05 OBXT. I had one in the 17 STI. They're awesome plug and play kits. Currently got an AOS cylinder for cooling mod, catback, CAI, EBCS, fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, rails, ID1300s. Yeah, 100%. Visconti tuning. Check them out. It's like $109 for the speed density kit, and that comes with the IAT sensor and the wiring harness. LOL plumber. Thanks for all your helpful videos. Picking up a 2021 STI at the end of the month. Going to install an AOS first. 100%. Yeah, get that AOS in there. IAG 100% on that one. 100%. Thanks for the blow-off valve versus bypass valve video. Okay, yay, we talked about that one, but I appreciate you throwing it back in there again. Perrin claims it won't need a tune and provides tighter pressure. For the most part, any 100% recirculating bypass valve or blow-off valve doesn't need a tune because it's just replacing the exact same job that the stock one was doing. There's really not a need to change out your bypass valve ever unless you're swapping turbos and shooting for more power. Even with an STI, you can take an OEM STI bypass valve, crush the top of it a little bit to stiffen the spring, and they'll hold like 22 psi. What are you laughing at? What are you giggling at over here?
That backyard special.
Backyard. Is it on this screen?
No.
Is it on this screen?
No, I'm done what you're saying.
Oh, it works.
Yeah.
Tell me, people used to do that all the time. If you're on a budget...
I've never gotten that desperate.
If you're on a budget...
It does work.
If you're on a budget and you want to make more power and you don't want to spend $300 on a bypass valve, just crush the OEM STI one a little bit. You stiffen the spring and it'll hold like 22, 23 PSI.
Yep.
You've never done that before?
Nope.
Jesus. I did that on my 08 STI. Worked awesome.
I think it's okay. It's probably because when I finally picked up a Subaru, I was old enough to no longer do things like that.
Okay, well, this is when I was like, this was also my first STI.
Yeah. Just hitting it with a hammer.
No, I used a vise.
Oh.
Yeah, you just crush it a little bit. What, you think I'm sitting out there with a sledgehammer just beating the hell out of a bypass valve? I'm like, it's gonna hold all the booze!
Yeah.
Jesus, I've never done that, okay? When I first started working on cars, I may have put a battery in backwards and fried a whole bunch of fuses. I may have put a brake pad in backwards on my buddy's Corvette when I first started doing it. But you know what?
Brake caliper covers?
Oh yeah, what were we watching that came up? We were watching some old Mighty Car Mods video. And they were putting brake caliper covers like the fake Brembo ones, and I looked at Matt the other day. I was like, Matt, don't judge me, but I did that on my 350Z. He was like, you put fake Brembo covers over Brembos. I was like, they weren't Brembos, but yeah.
I'm not judging.
I think they were MGP. I spent like $200 on them. I was 18. I didn't know any better, okay? I didn't know.
A lot of people don't even get their license when they're 18.
You see?
So it's okay.
See, it's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now I'm eating fruit roll-ups and Skittles. Plumber, I appreciate like the snack updates, man. What GPU you picked up for your PC? I haven't picked one up yet. I still need to order one. I have the case, the radiator, the power supply, RAM, and SSD right now. Uh-oh, pizza talk again. Leaving North Carolina for California for military move and worried AF about Cali ref. I don't think they can do anything if your car is registered out of state. I don't know. I heard California's like super strict on it though. Fake it until you make it. Hey, Adam, what does that mean, my friend?
Always.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest.
That's how everybody who's cool got cool.
Am I cool?
Yeah. I think you're cool.
Did I fake? What did I fake?
Yeah. Being cool.
Okay.
No.
Well, all right. All right. That's good. All right. Taking that as an insult. Just bought my first WX and it's throwing a code saying it's running rich, but my AF ratio is 14.7. For my research, it seems to be normal. Any suggestions? If you're throwing a code for it, you have two air-fuel ratio sensors on WXs and STIs. You have one upstream, one downstream. The upstream one's going to be on the header before the up pipe. Downstream one's going to be on the down pipe. Now, if one of them is like whatever code you're getting, it should identify if it's whatever O2 sensor it is. Because the Cobb access port reads off of upstream, which I think is stupid. It reads off of upstream AFR pre-turbo. So, I mean, even if you're seeing 14.7 pre-turbo AFR, your downstream one could be running lit. Could be running lit. Rich. It's lit. It's lit.
But your upstream is going to be an air-fuel ratio sensor.
That's a narrow band.
Just are
they both narrow band?
The downstream is an O2.
Yeah,
it's just a standard O2.
Yeah.
So it's not even a narrow band. So
dumb.
That's why it has to pick the upstream.
Dumb.
It is.
Dumb. Honestly, contemplating... Oh, I skipped one. Hey, I got a 2012 WX sedan and just got a cylinder for his fire code. I changed spark plugs, injectors, and coil packs, and the code is still on. Any idea what it could be? If it's misfiring on cylinder 4, you already did spark plugs. If you verified gap on the plug before you put it in, I'm sure you did. You already verified injectors. You already verified coil packs. Could be a ground. Could be timing slightly off on like an intake or exhaust side, but if that was the case, it'd be throwing like a P00 code like we were throwing on that car. I don't want to say do like a compression test or a leak down test, but I mean, it's always a possibility.
I would probably do that.
I would start with a compression test.
Yeah.
If you've already gone through, because it sounds like you've already checked every box prior to doing a compression test. So at that point, I mean, may the Subaru gods ever be in your favor, and hopefully everything's nice and smooth for you. Honestly, contemplating an RB JZ swap, swapping my G35 once I get the FXT going. Do it! You know, every time I see a G35 or a 350Z, it kind of makes me miss my old one. I kind of miss my old 350Z. As weird as it was, and as burnt orange as it could be, I still kind of miss that car for some reason. It was burnt orange, like burnt orange. Don't forget about the Honda route. I have seen that one. You've seen that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where do you get your torque specs and diagrams? I go on Google, and then I type in like 2017 STI FSM field service manual, and then typically someone out there has already uploaded to Naziok. I got an STI or something like that, and then I just download it, and then I just put it in like my saved files of like documents whenever I need it. I have one for the 05 STI also. Like, they're good to have whenever you need them. How long are you expecting the flat six to take? Like I said, hopefully by the end of summer. The transmission is trashed on it in the Beetle and has been... Is it the... Oh, the Beetle that hasn't been started since 2011. Porsche Beetle, I can dig it. See, everyone's down for it. Do it, EZ30. Yes, only because we can compare my EZ36 to my EG33 and your EZ30. That'd be kind of cool. I'm just saying. Just saying. EZ30 is shorter than the EG33 too. Significantly shorter.
Yeah, it actually came, like we said, it came in the Legacies.
Oh, Sam.
Snapbacks.
Your lady says hi.
Hi, babe.
Crossweight matters way more than 50-50 front back. That's why I want to do like a full like corner balancing setup on the STI when the time comes. Homie, how is your car insurance? Is it going to be after the EG33? So I'll probably have custom insurance on the car, to be honest. I'll call the insurance company. We'll set something up so I can be like, hey, I want the car insured for this amount. Then they'll give me like a premium prorated difference. Then we just go from there. Do it. EZ30, do it. There's a lot of votes for EZ30, Matt. I want an EZ30 BMW or BMW BRZ. That would be dope. Chewy 3.0 would fit. Hey, see, someone else said it. Chewy 3.0 would fit.
Yeah, we've already, yeah.
Chewy is cool, but what about mittens?
What about it?
What about mittens?
Yeah, we're going to get it going.
Are we?
Yeah, well, I thought okay, so once the 17 STI leaves, the Neon
also needs
I'm
to
just going to appease people, I'm going to say the SRT4 is going to leave as well.
You've called it a Neon for years. Just stick with Neon.
Always. The Neon is going to leave as well.
Oh,
and then we're going to get mittens in there. We're going to rip its heart out. And we're going to do some work.
Are we?
I don't know.
I know.
Probably not.
Hey, Forrest Neil Grant. Welcome, man. Welcome, my friend. Hey, Tanner, congrats on landing that piece of masterpiece in the VA chassis. And Tanner, who is the first one that did it? No one's done an EG33 that I've seen yet. Someone's done an EZ30 and an EZ36, but no one's done an EG33 that I've seen. Unless somebody else has, then feel free to step up. Get an Evo. Andrew, I tried. They're stupid expensive right now. EZ30 is only 2 to 3 inches longer than the FA20. Lot more room. Do it, but make sure it's a FedEx. Make sure FedEx doesn't break it as a tradition. I know, right? Take the existing engine and put it in another shell. I don't know what that one was for. I'm sorry. Hey, Smedia, down. Hey, Smedia, down bad. My coilovers keep making noise. Got replacement from the top hats where it was the bushing, and I tried to take it off. Ended up stripping. I put an Allen. Wait, hold up. Got replacement for the top hats where it has the bushing, and I tried to take it off. It got stripped where I would put... Ooh, that sucks. Take a bigger Allen key, smack it with a hammer, get it lodged in there, pull it off that way, replace the bolt. That's what I would do. I mean, if it's stripped out, kind of like the head studs. The head stud issue.
Or you need like a really good impact.
Well, if it's already
Just
stripped and
blast it
rounded, then it's not going to come off.
throw enough torque.
I mean, throw enough torque at it. Connor, appreciate the donut, man. Who's your fabricator? How local is he to you guys? He's probably 10 minutes away from us. I'd say about 10 minutes.
He's super close.
Yeah, his name's Kyle. He runs Fuse Fabrication down in Puyallup, so he's going to be fabricating the car. Super local shop to us. Plumber, appreciate the dono, man. Tanner, I've done a ton of EG swaps in my 2018 STI. I knew it. I knew it, man. You beat me. You beat me, Plumber. I knew it. I knew it. 2.6 crank and a 3.0. What is a 2.6 out of? Oh, 3.6. Can you do that? Is that? I don't know enough about EZs. I don't know if that would work. Alexander, hi boy, boy. What time is it right now? 7:50. How long have we been going for? Whoop. Hour and 15 minutes. All right, I still have to edit. I still have to finish shooting this video and edit it.
We're doing the 10 and 10.
No.
Okay.
No, because I gotta pee also.
Later, guys.
I gotta pee. Jesus. So, anyways, I gotta jump off, you guys. I have to shoot a little bit more video, edit a video tonight, get it uploaded. Lots of good stuff coming, though. Our ECU gets dropped off on Friday, so we can start getting that wired into the car. But I appreciate everyone swinging through the live stream tonight. I appreciate all the donos. You guys are always awesome, always killing it every single stream, every single time we do this. I got real hyped and I just lost my train of thought there. Like, super lost my train of thought. But anyways, if I did get to your guys' questions tonight, which I got pretty far in the chat, actually. I got pretty far.
You did good.
Oh, also, Snipes Rock, welcome to the membership program, my friend. Membership program is awesome. A lot of good benefits in that one also. If you have a Discord, I'll link the Discord in the comments also because YouTube always like messes with my Discord link. But anyways, if I didn't get to your comment in this one, jump back in on Friday's stream. I'm still working and transitioning over to 3 live streams a week. This week is just like stupid busy for me right now, so I'm going to try to incorporate a 3rd one in. If so, it'll probably... Plumber again with the agina. Every time.
I've never seen that
Every
word.
time. Appreciate the dono, man. But I'm still working on incorporating all 3 streams. But anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. I'm going to be going through the comments on today's video because I've been doing an engine build all day today and I just haven't been on my phone, unfortunately. So, with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo! Okay, now I'm going to wait a minute because Fox always